Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy Twinsinc, and this is Twinsinc Talk. On this podcast here, we'll be talking about all subject matters. Nothing is off the table. We try to keep the facts, be respectful to one another, and just get that real dialogue that some people are scared to give you or won't give you, or to give you half-baked information. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Twinsinc, and let's rock. What's going on, good people? Happy, I guess, new day, because we have a new president in office, whatever. I guess you can say that, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Twinsinc, and today I have a special guest today joining us on this topic. I have the one and only Seth, the dark child from the dachopteam. What up, bro?
What up, brother?
How's your day going, man?
Oh, man. Since I just got off work, it was a little bit much to deal with today, but this is fun, at least.
Okay. So, today was a huge day in America, right? We got Mr. 45 out the office, or is it 45? And now we got 46. Either way, we got Trump out, and then we got Biden, right? At 12 o'clock, it went smoother than I thought, which is good. I'm actually happy to win. I'm happy it went good. I honestly, I didn't want no drama to happen. I don't want nobody getting shot, no one getting killed, people, the Proud Boys. I didn't want none of that stuff to happen. So I'm happy it went through without a hitch. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
No, you know what? I'm kind of ambivalent. Let's be real about it. I don't know why I got this weird impression that it's like when the light come on. Let's say if you ever lived in the projects, which I have. It's like when the lights come on and all the roaches disappear. Okay. The roaches still in the walls, though, right? they ain't went anywhere.
Right.
I think we need to deal with the roaches, bro, because we know they're there. They just took over the Capitol 2 weeks ago.
True. That's all facts. So, nothing wrong with that.
So I'm glad nothing popped off, but it feels like they just went back in the walls where they was hiding that for the last 150 years anyway. Okay.
All right. Well, I just had to open up, get a little bit of time for people get in on the live. So if you're listening to this, let's see, on Clubhouse, whatever, go to Twinsinc on YouTube. We're doing this live recording. So if you have questions, concerns, you can chat in, put your question in so we can see the platform. But the topic is a topic today. And I posted this yesterday on my IG on Twinsinc. I posted this topic. And as you can see the title, it is what it is, but I'm going to tell you what it is. I wrote down, bring back feminine women. And boy, all the messages I got yesterday, all the DM sliding in, it was like, you know what? I guess I'll just do a show on this. Why not? I haven't did a show for Twinsinc in a minute, even though the dachopteam drops all the time. But I said, you know what? Let's talk about it.
Sure.
And so we'll jump right into it. Bring back feminine women. Before we get into it, what is your thoughts on that, Seth? Before we get on to it, what is your thoughts on that, sir?
See, I don't want to. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to act like I'm special in that. But the thing is,
you special?
Yeah, I am the brother you love to hate. But no, the thing about bringing back feminine women. You really bring them back to what though? Because I just feel like they're gonna have to really help us. They're gonna have to show us they want us to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. They're gonna have to show us that they want to be feminine for us to even believe them. Because anybody can act for a few hours. True. So I expect to get yelled at today, but I'm breaking all the taboos. I'm gonna talk. If somebody put in a comment, I'm gonna pull all the teeth out of that comment.
So listen, the reason why this was a topic, or the reason why we've been speaking about this, because I have conversations. Well, shoot, I had conversations. I've been in the Clubhouse for, Clubhouse is a new app out there going crazy. Everyone's listening to it. And yesterday we was in the room and the topic was Black Lives Matter, but not for straight men, right? And of course, there's so many emotions and feelings behind it, but we have a lot of people talking about this topic. And listen to everyone's conversation. You won't believe how masculine and so aggressive some of these women were talking to these men who was running the room. Like, everyone's like, if a man talks, he talks, they jump in and but this, but that, but this. Then a woman talk, we sit there and let her talk. But soon as one of the guys try to talk over the woman, hey, don't ever talk over the woman. Don't let her do this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay. I see how this is going. But some of the way that the ladies were talking in the room, like, just like, yeah, bruh. Bruh. What?
No.
Hold up. Pump your brakes for a minute, boo. And I think this is a conversation need to be said. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because some of the women right now are very masculine, right? And I'm not referring to muscle bound, strong. I'm talking about the whole energy they're giving off. And then the problem I have with that is that most of these women, not all. So let's be clear. We're not saying all to women in this conversation. We're talking about most women, okay? Or some women, okay? Be clear.
Mm-hmm.
But the way you got this masculine energy going on and you're raising little girls and little boys, all you doing is having that cycle repeating over and over and over again. But then you want to sit back and say, these men out here are no good. No men is this. And the man needs to step up. Pump your brakes, ladies. Pump your brakes.
It's so many. I just want to say it's so many times that, like even that, men need to step up. Define step up. Not for me and you. I'm just throwing that out to anybody who's listening. Define step up. What are we stepping up to? Because if I step up to personally, in my opinion, if I step up to the limit some of these ladies are in my face yelling about stepping up to, because when I step to a dude talking to Yang, there's going to be blood on the floor. You know? You want me, and you like, well, match my level once again. Women don't have the same level limits men do. A man knows that at a certain limit, it goes into a physical confrontation. It's foolish to go past a certain point unless you're going to resolve the issue. We're not going to be arguing for 3 or 4 hours. So even that, step up, match your energy. Any man foolish enough to match a woman's energy is in a losing position right there, because you went down to her level to match her energy. And it will be impossible for her to come up to your level to match your energy, because men and women are different. You have different levels of energy, period.
True.
So that's the kind of talk that get on my nerves about why you and your masculine. You just acting. You don't really belong here. You're just acting out while you're here, like a kid talking at the adults table.
Right. And let me provide some context to it, because a lot of comments were said to me in the IG, and what so much is that the reason why some of the most women are being are independent or have this masculine energy and all this, because men have to step up, because men are not being around, they're not raising their kids, and all that junk, right? Let me give you some context and some history how this all became what it is. Let's go back to World War II? Well, all the men went to war and fight, right? Which is cool, because that's what men do. Protectors, protectors, provider, that's what we do. In the meantime, the women were left behind. Not left behind, but they were home raising the kids. And guess what? They had to get jobs. So once they got jobs, it was great. They also created something was called assistance. We call it WIC and all that stuff. And what that did to the black community is this. If the man was not in the house, you would get more financial assistance to help raise, feed, and take care of your family, because the man was not in the picture, right? So these men went to the war and fought, and then when they came back home, they weren't allowed to be home. Not the black men, to be clear. The black men were not allowed to be home, because for them to get the benefit of the government, the black man cannot be in the house. But some of y'all don't know, because y'all don't do your research or look information up. But there were also white men too who went to war and their wives had to work, right? But guess what? The white men were allowed to go back home with the family, with the wife and kids, and the wife was still able to receive that financial assistance, which was WIC. Whereas the black man, he wasn't allowed to be in the house. So that's number one. Okay? Number one right there. The number two, right? There was something that happened in the 80s, which is the when you say, you know what, I'm not happy anymore, and you want to get divorced. What's that thing, Ed? You know, Seth, you always tell what's that thing they say all the time? What is that?
I think it was no fault divorce.
There we go, the no fault divorce. Yeah, so any given moment, you can wake up any moment and be like, you know what? I'm not happy no more. I'm not happy no more. And then they have this, what is called as no fault divorce. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, I think I skipped a decade. So like in the 70s, you had the crack and drug thing, which was crazy, right? And of course, with that happened, you know, a lot of black men were strung up on drugs. So you got those three things on top of that. And then, of course, I'm going to be a realist. We do have them guys out there that are so-called deadbeat dads, right? But that's not 50%. That's not 100% of all men. It's a small percentage of men, but it's still a percentage. So we won't factor that in there. But in most cases, WIC, Miss IND, Miss Independent, all that, all those things incorporated the man not being in the house and the man not being the black man with not being able to raise his kids and be a leader of the house. Before I go further, Seth, you want to jump in on that, sir?
No, well, not really. No,
okay, cool.
Like I said,
all right, cool.
You want a good monologue? Let's hear it.
Right. So I want to put all those in context. Everything that has been lined up and set up that's against the black man. With some for some odd reason, we fail to forget that history. And I'm providing to you with his facts. I'm not giving you no opinion information. This is all facts. These are things that set up right now. Even to this day, at this moment, a woman could get up and walk away any moment because she has no fault in any, in a relationship and leave and take the kids. Mm-hmm. And also welfare. Once again, that's still a big thing right now. Females get more assistance with the man not being in the house. Those are all facts. All facts.
Yeah. And once again, I do want to add one thing. You brought up deadbeat dads. Mm-hmm. Just as you can see, I'll be posting in the comments as permitted, so that we can always level set.
Okay.
When you say, because it's funny that you said deadbeat dads.
Right.
And it's the same as what they do to black people anyway. But you take one person or one instance of something, and then you spread it across the entire demographic.
Right. They magnify it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So once again, as you can see, deadbeat dads. Only 11% of those custodial mothers who do not receive child support is because of the father. So once again, most of the people who are supposed to pay child support, they're paying it. So why is deadbeat dads even part of our conversation right now, if not for, I guess, marketing? And you should ask, who's marketing that idea? Who's pushing that idea? And why is it so ingrained in our mentality?
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is true. So so with all that being said, those things right there have what led to women being more masculine, right? More being more sturdy, because now they have to be in the workforce, working for the family. So I understand that part. I understand that women are put in situations to where they have to be the provider now, right? I get that 100%. But the fact that because you are a provider, that doesn't mean you have to lose your softness, your feminine side. Like, you should know when to turn it off.
You can't.
And the problem is, and that's it. The problem is they can't. They don't know how to turn it off. Once that feminine has been activated, masculinity has been activated, that thing is on 24/7. And some of y'all women don't even know it. You be sitting having conversations and you be talking and you hear the girl keep saying bro and like, what? You know what I'm saying? My dog, what? Like, bro, girl, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to respond for them. Like, hey, man, you cool? Yeah, I'm good. You good? Like, honestly, the communication is a big key of being feminine. Some women, when they talk like with their raspy voice. You know what I'm saying? Hey, King, how you doing? Where my dog's at? I'm like, I'm over there trying to clear my throat. Like, maybe she, you know, and like, hey, how you doing? What happened to that soft voice? What happened to that? Hey, how you doing today? No, we got the deep voice. That poor, I don't understand. So, am I wrong? Like, I be in meetings and they be coming through with the deep voice.
Is that all right?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm laughing. No, and I guess I'll just go ahead and say it because I'm listening to everything you're saying. Listen, I disagree with what you said about they've been put into a position to have to be the leader of the house and the provider. It is some people that are put in that position. Okay, not going front. They are.
Explain on it.
A lot of this is choice.
Okay.
Right? You were put in a lot of it is that you were raised to do what you're doing. And I'm personally no longer giving the women the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Okay. And because there are consequences for your choices. You have to be accountable for your choices. And it's too many people who keep giving this pass to women for a lot of bad decisions, right? Right. So you were okay, and we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go back to the 70s. I think I said this throughout the years on our dachopteam channel, but not having a man around the house, that's a choice. Now there are a certain percentage of men who are dogs. We're going to put them up there. There are a certain amount of men who hit on women. We're going to put that up there. There's a certain amount of men who commit violations. We're going to put that up there. Okay. But that does not, in no form or fashion, justify 80% of black children being raised in single parent households. Okay. Right. Most of this is because our women have chosen to be without the men in the house. You've chosen to take on the masculine role. And in the choice of taking on that masculine role, you are now paying the price for it, and you're not really liking it, from what I can tell. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So mothers raise, and I'm going to say this, mothers raise their daughters to be strong and independent, to go to school, get an education, because you don't want to need no man. But mothers raise daughters to do that. No, your dad didn't tell you that. Your dad didn't tell you to be a nice feminine woman. Your mama made you into the truck driver you are. You know? And these neighborhoods that are so bad that you have to survive in the ghetto, your mama chose to put you in that ghetto because that's what she could afford, because she didn't need no man. You were born in a single parent household, and you were born living in the slums because your mama chose not to have a man around for whatever reason. And she raised you to be strong and take care of yourself because she was feeling the pain of her decision. Ain't no dude did this to you.
And I want to expand on the thing that you're saying when you said they chose. Woman chose to be a single mother. So this will kind of fall back on accountability, and I talked about this in my first video of 2021 was self accountability, but this falls on the women because yes, the men really have one option when it comes to creating kids is one, wear a condom, right? That's pretty much it. That's all we got, right?
We can get a vasectomy so we can never have any kids.
Yeah, I mean that's something. Once you already have enough kids, you want to cut it off. Yeah. But in most cases, men really have the responsibility of one pin and condom on. That's number one. And that's something that we all should be doing. But on top of that, women, y'all have, if not 10 plus ways to prevent yourself from being pregnant. It falls on you. The choices fall on you. Now, before y'all getting your feelings, before y'all saying, listen, we're going to take out the rapes. We're going to take all the other stuff out because we're not talking about those ones. Do not lump that in as far as everybody. as far as why you have kids, right? Let's take those things out. All the abuse, we're not talking about those because those are sensitive things, and we're taking them out. Well, go ahead, Seth.
Wait. But I want to fully say this to any females that are listening to this. I fully acknowledge that it happens. No woman should have to feel any of those things, and I don't excuse any dude for doing anything of that nature.
Facts.
Trash is trash.
Facts.
Okay, keep going.
Right. So, but we talking about the ones out there who want to live their best life.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They want to, they want to bust it. You know what I'm saying? They got that wop. We're talking to them. We're talking to you because yes, the man did stick it in and he did. But are you going to be accountable for who puts what inside of you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Let's accountability. This is your body. Women, you have access to your body. Men, we have access to funds, protection. You know what I'm saying? Like we want that, so we do X, Y, Z. But once again, women, you're responsible of your body and how, what happens from there. So when you say you have a choice, in most cases, you have the choice of being that single mother. Now, I'm not talking about the ones who've been married and divorced. That's a whole nother thing. We're talking about the ones who choose to carry before they marry. And then you mad because the dude you got pregnant by is a deadbeat dad or no good man. Well, if he was a deadbeat dad or no good man, what does that make you? Because you slept with him.
And you chose to incubate his seed inside of your body for 9 months. That's a choice. I'm not. Even if, even after the baby is born, you can drop a baby off at a fire station and walk away. So you can't even say that men should have to get okay, I'm sorry, I was reading the comments that men should be the ones who have birth control.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm like, listen, hold on. Let me go first. Trust me. If men could pop a pill, what's to prevent them from getting females pregnant, we will do it. Yeah, y'all acting like we wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
And then most men, and I know what some of the side effects for y'all women, when y'all take y'all pills or take certain things, it makes you gain weight. A lot of guys, especially growing up back in the day, when in your early teens, you want to get bigger. That might be an easy way for us to gain weight. I knew this was taking steroids trying to gain weight. But yes, we had this before. If we could pop a pill and that's all we had to do, we would do it. So you should speak to the people who create that, because when they create it, they always think about y'all, but they wouldn't think about the man. So that's something you can think about.
I would like to validate. I think we want to get on the format and go through our little chart in a moment.
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah, we'll get to it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just to put it on the table though, as far as birth control, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying, dude? If they had vasectomies straight up, that you could get a vasectomy at 15 and then you could go and it's safe to get it undone at 30, it'll be a line of men around the corner every single day to get that done. Real talk. We don't like the danger that come with making babies, but we love to make them. We just like to practice a lot.
Facts. Hey, hold real quick. So, anyone, if you are in the clubhouse and you're listening live, please come to YouTube, Twinsinc, because that's where we're at right now, live, and you can chat in. So I see people trying to, come up to the stage. Sorry, we live on YouTube, but I see you. Appreciate you. But we're definitely get to those things that we talked about earlier. But let's talk about some of these comments, that was sent to me, so we can kind of chop that up. The chop team, get it chopped, right. Let's see here. This person's name is AKO.paints. So this is an IG, so this is part of the business account, right? So that's why the name's that. Let's see what she wrote here today. She said, hold on. First, she said, we need men to step up to the plate. A lot of us is a result of having to bear heavy weights.
Yeah. You want me
so what kind of...
You want that?
Yeah, you go ahead. You got that. What kind of weights? Go ahead.
No. You know what? I feel her pain. As another respected YouTuber has said, hips were made for babies,
right.
Shoulders were made to carry weight.
Okay.
So for all of y'all ladies who had to step up to the plate, I apologize. I do. I personally wish you didn't have to, but I also want to. I hate when they say men need to step up to the plate, because you chose to step up to that plate. This is not a decision you made over the last over the last year or two. This is 40 years in the making.
Facts.
This is my mom. This is my mother. I was raised in a single parent household. This is my sisters who chose to do this. I have a 30-year-old niece who has 2 kids who chose to do the same thing. Okay? Men ain't making these decisions, ladies. Y'all walked away from the relationships, and now you mad that you have to carry the weight you have to carry. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to ask her, does she have any kids? Because it's amazing that you got to step up to the plate. So I have to step up to the plate for you, but what are you bringing with you to the game to the team from your side of the fence? If you bring your own dugout, I don't really want to step up to the plate on that team.
Right.
You got a whole team. You got a whole team in the dugout over there. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that. So stop. Make better decisions. Choose to do better, and maybe the next generation won't be asking these questions.
All right. I'm going to read one more comment, and then we'll get to what we have. Let's see. So this person's name is Shayla Simpson. She wrote, it's collectively a couple of reasons, like being raised by a single mother, aunt,
hold on.
grandmother.
Wait, one question. You want to break down each one of those points, or
go ahead? I'll read them off. You break it down. That's fine.
I just want to make sure we get them all. We got to unpack it properly.
Okay. So once again, it's a collective of a couple of reasons, like being raised by a single mother. Or you want to start there, or I think we already touched on it already.
We already ate that.
Okay, aunts.
Same thing, aunts. Listen, okay. I have a young lady that I know and love. She is raised. The girl I was messing with, her mom, her sister, herself, her daughter. I heard there was no man. I was on the phone. There was no man around. Neither one of them has a man.
Okay.
The conversation that I heard was so toxic and sick over the phone, I got nauseous. Now, the person I was a few years ago isn't the person I am now.
Right. Listening
to that conversation was sickening, because I understood all of the dysfunctions that I was hearing. I now understood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the mother chose to be single. The girl I was talking to, her baby, where's he at? He was a bum when she met her baby daddy. Her sister, same decisions. And now her daughter, who's 17 and pretty much almost ready to make certain decisions, can also fall into the same pattern. And I see it coming, but the moment I open my mouth, it ain't my business. I ain't got nothing to say to them. That's their family.
Right.
So all I can do is sit on the outside and shake my head at the train wreck I see occur. So that's the same for moms and single aunts and all that. It's an echo chamber that these women are sitting in amongst themselves, and they're giving each other toxic feedback all the way around from multiple generations of women.
And that's a fact right there. Yeah. What about the grandmothers? How's the grandmother impacting the situation here?
Well, bruh, okay. Think about this. Do the math on this, ladies. Because I said this a while ago in on one of our top team sessions.
Uh-huh.
I've had a conversation, once again, young girl, a woman my age, and a grandmother. It sounded like I was talking to the same person. A lot of women talking to a 45-year-old woman and talking to a 17-year-old child,
uh-huh,
and talking to a 30-year-old niece sitting in the same room. It sounded like I was talking to the same person. the perspectives were not different. They all thought the same thing.
Oh, that's not
you
good.
You can't, and you got to understand, that's 3 generations. And Big Mama at this point might just be, at this point, if your daughter 15, if your grandchild is 15 and your daughter is 30, which happens, or 30-ish, and you're 45, your mama could literally be anywhere from 60 to 65. Bruh, these generations got too close.
Shoot,
these generations got too close.
Listen, I know some 40-year-old grandmas. You know what I'm saying? Okay, somebody wrote in the comment, it's called the environment, sir. The environment that we're in? Is that what you're saying? The environment that people are conditioned in, and these are why they're put in these situations, what you're saying? Just try to get a little more clarity to what you're saying right there so we can expound on it.
Well,
and somebody wrote in the comment, said it's called the environment. What about the environment?
Yeah, what about the environment?
Because let's be clear. Let's be clear. Because if we're going to talk about environment, listen, I grew up in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow I made it out the projects and did not get a girl pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I did have a few scares, but didn't happen, but whatever. But the point I'm making is that my environment wasn't the best environment, but I made the best out of my environment and I wanted more for myself. Now, maybe so I had good guidance because I did have a mother and I did have a father. Maybe that was the reason why that I made out that situation better than most people, because I had the knowledge provided to me from a man and from a woman to make the best decision in life. One thing my dad told me, my dad died before I hit 16, so I was 15. He told me 3 things. 1, start your own family. That means don't have a kid with a woman or has kids. That's number 1. Number 2, don't mess up your credit. And number 3, wait till you in your 30s to have kids. Now, it may not be the best advice you think, but it was good advice for me. And so when you say environment, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that. Now I'm a man, but I had plenty of opportunities to sleep with multiple women, or I did sleep with multiple women. But for some reason, I knew better to put on a condom and make sure that I did my part and not get the girl pregnant, because I didn't want to have a baby or a child out of wedlock, because I know I wanted to be married. But that's something I saw as a kid because I had a mother and father. So I saw my mom and dad. So I was like, you know what? I like this thing. I want to do this too. I want to have my own wife and my own kids. So that might be something but that's one of the benefits of having a man in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. If anyone in the room sounds the same, it can be an issue that having been passed through generation.
Okay. All right. I'll eat that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I like what you're saying. If everyone in the room sounds the same, that is true. It can't, but that's the problem. And this is something I broke down on another conversation as far as who benefits from the breakdown in the relationship. Okay, so I was a child of a single parent household. Okay, me and my 3 sisters. So it was one man in the house, me being the little kid, 3 sisters and a mama. I'm just happy I grew up in the projects, which awesomely enough, I had plenty of boys to play with. You know what I'm saying? I might have been in the house with 3 women,
right?
But I was rough and tumble. That came with living in the hood.
Right?
That's not. But it's not just your environment. Female teachers. Females are 90% of the teachers in this country are women.
Facts.
Okay, so at what point women continuously hear what other women have to say, generation after generation. From the 70s, I was born in so my mother's generation, you got feminism and you got no fault divorce and you got the welfare state, which does not want men in the house. That was targeted specifically at the Black community. Okay, so that generation, my generation, 3 sisters raised by a single parent. My mama like, yo, y'all better learn how to take care of yourself. All 4 of us heard the same thing. I was the only one who was supposed to hear it. You get it? And so I was the one who was supposed to hear take care of yourself.
Oh, okay.
But all 4 of us got the same message. That's right. Now, I got 3 sisters. Not one of my sisters has ever been married, ever, because they strong and independent. But that generation, now, I waited till I was able to take care of kids to have kids. My sister might have had kids. My sister had a kid at 17. You know what I'm saying? So that's another generation raised by a single parent. She had no intention of staying with the man she had a baby with. Okay? She had no intention. Trust me. We've had family discussions. He just looked good in his, what he had, on cross-colored jeans or something like that. It was the 80s. Okay.
Cross colors.
So boom.
Yeah.
Cross-color and damage and all that crap. So boom. That's another generation. My niece, who is 30 now, had kids when she was 17 with another dude who was a neighborhood scrub. I don't know why. I don't know what her decision making was, but now she had kids at 15. So now I got a niece who's 15, right? Mm-hmm. That's for my actual mother is only 68 years old. That's 4 generations of women with with me being the primary male in this whole family. Okay. I got the next elder male in my family is my nephew who's 32.
You said elder? You said the next elder man is 32?
The next elder man in my family from my mother. I ain't talking about uncle. I'm talking about in my mother's clan is my nephew who's 32. Primarily, it's women dominated in my family, and all of them are single. And yes, it's an echo chamber, but you did it to yourselves. Y'all choose who you be with. Men choose who gets married. Women choose who they lay with. Y'all are choosing these men. Y'all are choosing these men. These men aren't choosing to keep you guys. And so you get into an echo chamber because nobody wants to feel bad about being, it ain't you, girl. It ain't you. It ain't you. Yes. Yes, it is. It's you. And once you own up to that, then you can make better decisions. But yeah, they all sound the same because they all telling each other the exact same thing to make themselves feel better. That ain't progress.
So let's talk about some of the things, you know what I'm saying, because we both have the understanding that you just don't present a problem without a solution, right? Yeah. And that's one thing that, you know what I'm saying, I could say that, you know, with the Chop Team and Twinsinc Talk, we make sure that if we do bring something to the table, we do provide some insight or ways to improve it. We just don't talk just to talk, right? Because at the end of the day, I believe Seth does want, you know, himself to be in a healthy, lovable relationship with a woman, of course. Well, be marriage, right? And I agree that
I used to.
And I agree that every woman out there and every man want to be with somebody happy, right? That's the end goal, to be honest. So this is not really just a bad, just really to bring awareness, because if you're a single mother now and you don't know that you have masculinity, or you don't know that, you know what I'm saying, or you do know and you teaching your daughter to be strong and independent, you don't need a man and all that stuff, then you're causing a problem, and the cycle keeps going and going and going. I'm all about trying to see the change for our black families and for the black community, because at the end of the day, that's all we can worry about. That's all we talking about. So if you ever notice, when we have these conversations about anything, we don't really spend much time talking about white people or Asian people and all that, because they don't have the problems that we have. They support one each other. They get married. They don't divorce each other. The black rate, the black divorce rate is about 75 to 8%, and it's 5 by women. Women are the one leaving men. It's not men leaving. I understand men make mistakes. Men do things. I get it. But y'all be so quick to run. Now, if the man is beating your butt, he's repeatedly cheating over and over again, okay, yes, he got to go, because now he's toxic and all that other good stuff. But if the man did cheat, and you know what I'm saying, he's apologizing, and you know what I'm saying, he's wanting to get it right, but you can't get past it. Oh, no, he didn't. I ain't doing with that. No, he got to go. One time, and he bent over backwards trying to redeem himself. You can't get past that. You're willing to tear up a whole generation, a family, because of your feelings, emotion. Instead of going to counseling, trying to work it out, no, you just can't get past that part. But you really to throw the whole family away, take the kids from the dad, the kids from the mom, whoever, vice versa, rip a family apart, and then you now create a trauma in your household because who has the kids, they got to deal with the fallback of the split of between the parents because they couldn't really sit down and be adults and get together. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. If anyone does have any great grandparents, and I know because most grandparents now are in the 40s. If you got somebody who's been married for 30 years plus, sit down and have a talk with them. I guarantee they might have some problems. He might have stepped out, she might have stepped out, but they worked through it and they still together and they happy. When they get up in the morning, here, baby, here's your teeth. Here, baby, here's your cane. Here, baby, want something to eat. They love each other. We still together. Remember Living Color used to have that. We still together. But through the whole skit, they fighting each other, right? But at the end of the skit, we still together. What happened to that, what happened to that, black people? What happened to that long lasting marriage? And we can blame the TV, social media. We can blame the TVs because we don't have. See, in most cases now, we don't have the picture of what a black man and a black woman looks like being married. Growing up, we had the Cosby Show, and then most other shows we had were all the shows were really good when I was coming up because they had a black man and a black woman, and they, there was a couple and they did XYZ, right? Mm-hmm. But now, the closest that you have now as a black family is Blackish. You think about it. That's the closest family that you have right now as a couple is Blackish.
Wait. I just saw an episode. Didn't he leave? Aren't they getting a divorce?
I don't watch. Listen, I don't watch too much of TV now, and this could be a whole nother topic spinoff because to me things are being forced in my face that I do not want to see. But if that's the case, then that's just another prime example of the media control the narrative. So our young generation don't understand the benefit what it looks like to have a man and a woman in the house. And women and men, we have to take accountability. We have to stop blaming this and that and focus on what's good for the black community and the family. So let's talk about some of these things that we talked about earlier, bro. Things that, I think women should, this is like kind of, this kind of help you high level and also kind of restart your memory, jumpstart you, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I would wish that I wish there's some women out there besides Ayana that's having these conversations with women on how to be more feminine because you don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? We have all these men telling women what we want and what we expect, but we don't have the women out there keeping other women accountable these days. We just don't. But we know why, because the system designed for the black family to be apart. But y'all don't get that. Y'all, you don't hear me. Am I preaching tonight? Can I get that? Hey, man. Sorry. Let me stop.
Whoa, Bundy.
So look, let's talk about the first thing, man. So it's nutrients. And, this is something, it's for emotional and physical nourishment and care given to someone. Yes, we men need that. We need that emotional and physical nourishment, especially black men. And I say it's because, last 10 years, I want to say maybe 8 years, starting with Trayvon, and I know it's been before that, but I'm going to keep it relevant. Since Trayvon, we have been seeing black men getting killed on TV. Since then, almost every other month, every other week. And honestly, that's like another reason why I don't watch TV, because that's trauma that we have to deal with. To see a black man get killed for no reason. A black man who fell asleep in a McDonald's drive-thru had to die. No telling, no reason, no. I think what they said before, prior to that, he worked a long day and he spent most of the day helped putting a birthday party together. So the man, long story short, was tired. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it wasn't like he was drunk and high. He was just burnt out. But once again, that could have been me. That could have been Seth. It could have been a long day and doze off real quick. I dozed off a few times in the car to stop somewhere. I'm like, oh, shoot. Had to put the windows down and cool off, whatever. But what I'm trying to get is that the things that we see all day is definitely trauma to us that we have to deal with. So when we come home to our wives and girlfriends, we need that nourishment. We need that, that, hey, babe, how you doing? Ladies, when the last time your man walked in the house, you ain't say nothing to him but gave him a hug and say, hey, baby, I love you, appreciate you. How was your day? Just a simple hug before I could take my car off. You just come and give me a hug just for no reason. When last time you did that? Ladies. Just, what I'm saying? Just be real. Ladies, if you have a boyfriend right now, just walk up to him and hug him. Go to him and hug him. Tell him you love him because they need it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When men have this conversation, we're deemed as, oh, you soft, and you being a little girl, you being a little punk. I'm just keeping to what it is.
You know what? Let me tag on to that.
Go ahead.
Let you finish because I want you to keep going with that. But you know why? You know why it seems like men are soft when they want that? Because we've been raised by women for 3 generations. We are a little bit softer than we used to be. We can be thugs all we want, but we still our mama babies. And ladies, I'm gonna throw this back. I'm always gonna keep throwing it because you can't fix a problem if you won't take responsibility for it.
Give my hug right now.
Yeah, the oversensitivity in men, you train that in. Oh, you train that in to multiple generations of men. You did this, not us. You did this, and if you want it out, you're gonna have to slowly work it out too. So that's it. But if your man need a hug that fool.
Actually, you don't know if he need it because most of the time we walk around with built up stuff, and we ain't. You know what I'm saying? We try to keep that strength all the time. We try to be strong all the time, and so you don't know. Like we're on the edge, ready to snap, crackle, and pop. You just don't know any given minute. Not saying that men are going postal because you don't hear black men going anywhere shooting people up for no reason. So you know what I'm saying? So people say, when white people are, oh, I'm just going through a lot and all this, I'm just stressed. Black people, black men and women are very stressed. But you don't see nobody going somewhere shooting up schools and innocent people for no damn reason. I'm just calling what it is. Show me why I'm lying.
All right. I'll let most of that slide. But on the other hand, me and you both know I ain't trying to walk through the west side of Chicago at night because is it west side or north side? Whatever.
Listen, right.
Chicago ain't the safest place.
I mean, I get that part, but we talking about black men across the board. We just ain't talking about Chicago black men. We talking about black men all over the United States. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's a black man right now who's getting spoken to, yelled at, talked to, belittled by his girlfriend or wife right now. Guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Oh, you little punk. You don't do this. You're supposed to be the man. Someone right now is getting out verbal abuse. Sometimes men get abused a lot. And it just ain't physical. It just ain't physical. Men get out verbal abuse. Now, verbal abuse be the worst. Because that shit cut deep. It cuts deep. All right, let's get to the next one. Ladies, sensitivity. Try it sometimes. Try sometime. Listen. I say this. Think about what you say before you say it. Just think about it. Just think about the words that come out your mouth. Just think about it. Because some things y'all say can be damaging. And some things, it might be small to you, but it be that one thing that I will never forget and it sticks in my head forever. And I'm like, damn, I can't believe she really said that. Or then there be, and sometimes y'all women, y'all wonder why men don't open up to y'all. Y'all wonder why that, why you don't tell me stuff? Why you didn't tell me that you was feeling like this or going through that and do this? Because if I tell you that, you take that when you get mad about something, and that's the first thing you use to throw it back at me. So no, I will not tell you what I'm going through or, things is very personal to me. No, I will not tell you that. Because once you burn that bridge, I can't get that back. I can't get that back.
Nope. I'm gonna think through some of the stuff I've heard and I've heard people say. But a real example would be like, you ain't a real man.
Ooh.
whatever reason you say that,
Right.
you know what? You ain't a real man. Okay. So even if I fix that, 10 years from now, I'm gonna hear that in the back of my head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My thing, you like sensitivity. So yeah, you might step outside of your relationship because she done told you can't do like her ex-boyfriend. Okay. Now I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you like, so in the back of my mind, I might hear you say, yo, you comparing me every time I deal with you, all my interactions with you, no matter what our relationship looks like, you comparing me to some random stranger that I don't even know. And so I stopped competing. Once again, think about what you're saying because it's damaging. It's traumatic. And you might have thought, oh, I said that to every dude I've been with, which is probably why you ain't married. Just a thought.
That makes sense. All right, so let's get to another one, and this one, I think I have. This one is more personal to me. The supportiveness, the quality is shown that you want to help and encourage somebody, and of course, when I say somebody, encourage your man. Ladies, you may not like what your significant other is doing or your man's doing, right? Whatever relationship that you're in, you may not care what they do, but being supportive of what they do holds a lot of weight. So, for example, I have a podcast show. So a simple share. Hey, check out the dachopteam, Twinsinc talk. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out. They talking about XYZ. Simple as that. That's all you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. Take 2 seconds. Because the crazy part is that you have people that, like, once again, your strangers will support you before your own family will. And that's a true fact. You'll make money with strangers before you make money with people that you know. And that's sad. So it's the same thing. If I have a t-shirt company, I need you to support me. I need you to be my number one cheerleader. If I'm doing a YouTube channel, I need you to be my number one subscriber. I need you in the comments all day, liking whatever, talking junk, whatever, because that helps out. Because if anything, if no one else supports me, I need you to support me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna have one subscriber, but as long as you're my number one fan, that's all that matters to me. Hey, my baby, she my number one fan. Shout out to her. Hey, you know what? She got my back. Even, whatever it may be, even though it may be a bad idea, just support him a little bit. Just, hey, baby, you can do it, baby. I got you.
Yep.
What you want to add to that, Seth?
I just want to add, I want to add supporting evidence to that.
Yep.
So I agree with everything you just said. That needs to happen. And I want to, but I'm always, I hate to be the dark child about everything, but it's what I do. But even with supporters, in the olden days,
talk about it.
We struggled together as a couple, as a people. We struggled together. Facts. So when I'll use Master P. Him and his wife, they lived in a car. They did everything. They grinded on the ground together. When he was struggling to open No Limit, she had to make sacrifices too.
Yep.
Right? Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that supporter, she was there with him from day one. Master P is worth over $500 million right now.
Right.
Guess who he with? But if you know for a fact that if he left her, there's millions of people who would stomp her to death in the street if they thought they could take her place. But they want to show up at the end of the line. You want Master P. You don't want Percy. She wanted Percy.
Facts. That's facts, though, right?
Yeah, and that's the support that we're talking about. That femininity. Look, it's hard, and strength is important. But seriously, if you only gonna show up when I've already got where I'm going, then I'm actually gonna treat you like somebody who only showed up when I got to where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I don't treat the person who at the finish line the same person who was there helping me get up and go practice every day. And so if you want men to treat you better and all that, you got to go back to the point where you find somebody you want to be with. You help him determine his path in life. You support him on that journey. And the majority of people, once again, I like what you said, the absence of support screams disloyal. The absence screams disloyalty. Because if you only show up after I hit the lottery, I'm going to treat you like you're a prize that I got after hitting the lottery.
Facts.
And you know what happens at that point.
Hey.
You disposable because it's 1,000 of y'all at the same finish line.
Hey, what they say, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym. You wasn't shooting me in the gym. but now you won't pull up. I got these millions. Nah, it don't work like that. I need you with me when like I said, to my Master P, I need you with me when I was driving around, popping the hood out my car and passing out CDs out of my trunk.
Exactly.
I need you. And listen, you gotta understand, Master P is older than both of us, right? So
noted, yeah.
Noted. So I grew up in the same era, the same time when CDs came out and burning CDs, so making CDs. So when the first CD burner came out, you can only burn one CD at a time. Okay?
So 2 hours.
Right. So imagine your husband's a rapper, right? He rapping, he making CDs, and every 2 hours you gotta go and put a new blank CD in and make sure it burns and make sure it don't skip or mess up because you gotta do it all over again. Somebody was doing that. Somebody was helping him do that. I'm sure it was his lady, basically before he got real big. And then, of course, he bought more equipment when he made more money. But she was there during our process. I'm pretty sure if we had an interview about Master P's wife or anybody who was there from the beginning, they was there with him in them long nights when, because, think about all the people you know now who 30 plus still trying to be a rapper. And, you know what I'm saying? So you can imagine, like, oh, here we go again. I'm going to support you, baby. I hope you make it because I'm getting tired of this. So just think about that think about that part when it comes to supporting your man in any facet it is, because that holds a lot of weight. If he sees that you got his back, it's going to be good for you, long term and short term. Because even if I don't make it or blow up how I want to, the fact that you was there with me lets me know that, okay, I got the right one right here. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right, ladies. Next one. Let's talk about this gentleness. Gentleness. Quality of being kind, tender. So, how can I put this in words? You don't got to be so rough all the time. I'm trying to think of a scenario. I'm trying to give y'all something. Of course, yeah, because the gender's gonna be more of the physical touch. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll give you a basic example. You know what I'm saying? A hug, a simple hug, right? I don't need and I'm speaking to my woman, okay? I ain't speaking to other women. I'm saying when I see my wife, I'm expecting a nice, little hug. You know what I'm saying? Might grab the butt at the same time. I want one of those hugs. I don't want a little quick side hug or, oh, hey, babe, hi. No, what was that? No, come here. Get in my arms. Let me slide my hand down and get a little quick rub. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for much, am I? Sometimes we want that. Not saying that I don't get it. I'm just saying that I know I seen situations where I see a man and a woman interact with each other, and it's like, "What's up? What's up? That's your wife? Yeah, that's my wife. That's how y'all act."
Yo! I got a perfect example. I got a perfect example today during the inauguration. Did you see when Bill and Hillary came in and walked down the stairs?
Yep.
And I swear to God, if you look at it real hard, you could see when Bill reached out his hand, Hillary pulled a Melania Trump on it. She did not want to hold it, and that was okay, cool. But you see what happened when Barack and Michelle walked in.
Right.
He held her hands the entire time. He didn't let her hand go the whole time.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that too, because that brings that. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. So, ladies and gentlemen, couples, even when y'all two are arguing, y'all both mad as hell at each other, but when you're out in public, I need y'all to put them disagreement to a side and act like you love me. Mm-hmm. Act like you love me. Because the worst thing you could do is have people think like, what's going on with them? Girl, what's up with y'all? What's going on? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the worst thing y'all could do is have that bad energy when people can look at y'all and see something is wrong. Mm-hmm. Y'all can have a drug off, fight, and all that good stuff, but when y'all go out somewhere together, hey, babe, what you need? Hey, you know, be whispering your breath. You still my nerves, though. I get my nerves, too. But anyway, but I need, that's the part, that's another thing of gentleness. Even when you mad at each other, when you're out in public, I need that same energy. I need to keep it. That's all I'm saying. Listen.
Oh, and it's a reason for that, too. Keep going.
I know. I'm going to get to that, too, right? But that's the next one. But, right. Because I understand, as if anyone who's been in a relationship, and I think most of us in this room has been in a relationship, not just me and you, but people in the chat. I know you've been in a relationship. So I know you have times where you can't stand her and you can't stand him. And y'all good through it. I can't believe he did that. I can't believe she did that. I understand that. But when I get out in the open, I need to show that love. And even especially in front of the kids. I'll say this too. Mm-hmm. You definitely, if and I understand things happen. Try to not to have arguments and disagreements in front of the kids. You don't want them to see that. Because most of the time, some of y'all parents, y'all don't go back and talk to the kids and explain what happens. And so y'all just do it, and that's what it is. And they got to figure it out. And like, is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that how you interact with a man or interact with a woman? No. So that's another thing too. So make sure certain things you do, you have to make sure you be conscious who's around. But like I said, once again, when y'all out with each other, just show that gentleness. Hey, babe, let me get that for you. No problem, babe. You okay? Let me carry that for you. That's all. You want to add anything to that set before we get to the next one?
Yeah, I just want to agree with everything you just said.
Yes,
and
sir.
like this old lady told me one time, if you show the cracks in your relationship, your haters gonna rush in. So I just, like you said, support it, and if you act like something long enough, you'll start to believe it. So just act like you love me.
All right. Now this next one here is probably the most important one, period. This one should be number one, but I think say the best for last, right? Isn't that what they say? Say the best for last?
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. So the last one's going to be respectful. Respect. Just a little bit. Hey, just a little bit. But you need to eliminate the disrespect behavior such as rolling on my eyes, interrupting you while speaking, and using the word but. Now, that word but, now, you know what I'm saying? Education is key, but this is one thing I learned back in English class. I'll never forget this. But anytime you say something, you know, when you use but, it's two parts of the sentence, right? But when you say but, make sure everybody knows, you know, it's a lesson here. If you say but to anything, the first part of the sentence has been negated. You just erase the first statement. So, for example, oh, babe, you know what? I'm sorry that I screamed at you and cussed you out in front of you people, but you shouldn't did that. You know what I'm saying? So what you just did there, you apologize, but then you turn around and say but, and after you say but, you just forget that, but here's what you shouldn't did, and that right there, you just eliminated the whole apology. So therefore, guess what? You never apologized to me.
Nope, at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And so we was talking about, you know, we was kind of going to the respect thing on the last statement. So it also, this is very important too. When you're out, once again, you're out in the open with your friends and family, you're out somewhere, you have a disagreement. The one thing that burns what would you say, Seth, grinds your gear? This is a gear grinder for me. The one thing you can do to piss Twinsinc off is to disrespect me in front of people. That is the number one, like, oh, no, she didn't. Yeah, you can do what you want, but when you get in front of people and you start acting like, that's the respect, and that right there will shut me down. Shut me down. Like, boy, if you put an egg on my head, my forehead, it's cooking. It probably burnt. So you put it on burnt. Because that's definitely disrespect. I don't care where you at, because people because when you're out and people see that, like, oh, she talking to him this type of way and this and that and that. You know what I'm saying? All this, the perspective, oh, not perspective. What's the word I'm trying to use? It'll come back to me. What I'm trying to make is that whatever you do in front of people, let's say it's in front of friends and family, if you go up and cuss me out, let's say in front of my side of the family, I can't believe she said that to her. I can't believe he did that. They will not forgive you for that. Whatever you did, whatever case may be, they will not forgive you for that. But guess what? Me and you go home, we talk about it, make love, and it's over with, right? But guess what? They don't get over that. Friends and family don't get over stuff like, oh, girl, I wouldn't did that. If he did that to me, I'd have did this, that, third, and all that. And that's why it's so important that if you have a disagreement, cool, you create a keyword to say so you know, hey, you crossing that line on, what you doing. Let's go to the other room and talk real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things need to be had because that disrespect is a no-go. And it goes both ways. So, but once again, I'm talking to the ladies out there because this is something y'all need to understand because I need the feminine woman to come back. I need you to understand that there's a certain way you should talk out in public. Okay. And women out there using cuss words and saying pineapples, facts.
Twerking on MLK Day.
Oh man, you about to change the narrative. No. That's right. Matter of fact, that's right because that's respect. That you know what that falls under respect. Because honestly, I wouldn't have my wife, my daughter, my aunt, my mother, my auntie. No woman that I know that I would want them seen on DC twerking. So the fact that they decided, Black Lives Matter, the fact that they decided to have twerking on DC on Martin Luther King Jr. Day and using his vocals in the music to remix it. I don't understand how there's no respect at all right there. Like Martin's probably in his grave rolling and stuff, whatever. Or my bad. He's probably looking down from the heaven above and just like, I can't believe this. This is what I fought for. This is what I fought for all you ninjas for. Y'all can go out there and twerk on DC. This is what I had a dream for. I had a dream that y'all gonna be twerking on front of the Capitol, DC, on my birthday. Yeah. So once again, that falls under the respect thing. Steph, go ahead and chime in and tell us what the respect thing for you.
You know what? Because of certain choices I've made in my life, I become very, very sensitive to what I consider disrespectful. And you know what grinds my gear?
What grinds your gear?
Cell phones.
Cell phones. Okay. Explain.
A face down cell phone or a ringer turned off on the cell phone.
Oh.
I find that highly offensive. And it's a reason for it. I can understand you. Let's say we had dinner. I would like you to turn your cell phone ringer off because we're at dinner. I don't need you taking phone calls while we're having dinner.
Okay.
Right? But if we're at home, why is your cell phone face down? Why? Because, and let's be honest, because of, once again, questionable choices in my past, I know why my cell phone was face down. And some of the people who I've dealt with, and I know why their cell phones were face down. So if you want to be in a relationship where I wouldn't trust, if I'm at, let's say that me and you've been together for about 3 months, 6 months. I've been at your house, being on there every day for the last month and a half. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking that I'm almost ready to say, hey, let's go public with this relationship, sort of like Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying, and that Harvey young lady.
Okay.
Can't remember her name. Okay.
I think Lori Harvey, I believe.
What is her name? Lori Harvey? Okay. But seriously, if I look around and I notice that your cell phone is face down and it's always face down, and I check it and I see you got missed calls, but your ringer is off, so it never rings at the house, I'm not going to ask you to be my girlfriend. I'm not going to ask you to move the relationship. I'm not going to stop, but you effectively told me that you're not ready for this relationship to go forward.
Mm.
And I move accordingly. So it grinds my gears because I'm talking about it.
Right.
But in reality, a face down cell phone kills a relationship. It kills trust. And I know this because for a long time, I wasn't trustworthy. This ain't because I got this in my head. I just know what the game is, and I can see the game being played. If you want respect, showing me respect is how we move to the next level.
Okay. All right. So for you, is that so pretty much hiding, so pretty much being sneaky when it comes down to it?
Yeah,
because that's what it is. When you get the phone flipped over all the time and your phone is on sound all the time, then that will fall in that category of being hiding something.
Exactly, and I notice it, and it's sensitive, but since I noticed it, I haven't been wrong not one time.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I understand.
I see a comment that said, "What if she or he puts the phone down so they're not distracted?" That's fair. I give you that, because there are times, like, let's say, once again, if we had dinner, turn it. If we might be intimate, turn it down. But if your phone is always face down, if your phone always goes in the bathroom with you, if your ringer ain't never up, you never ever turn the volume up on your ringer, go, and God forbid you actually turn notifications off, because who don't have notifications on their phone?
I think we, yeah.
So I'm just saying, cell phones is the worst thing that ever happened to relationships. And as you can see, the smarter these cell phones get, the less relationships we seem to have around here. That's all. That's my opinion. That's my gear grinding. I ain't saying it's 100 for everybody.
That makes sense. No, I get it. But then, I'm pretty sure in that scenario that you presented is like, if you tell her, hey, let me see your phone. Why you want to see my phone? It's my phone. You don't pay the bill. Right there. Hey, what does do? I gave that straight masculine energy, right? You don't pay my bill.
You know what happened when I do that? We're gonna Netflix and chill, because I'm not mad. We Netflixing and chilling, but we also, our relationship ain't moving much past where it's at, and that's cool. If you like it, I like
it. Okay, interesting. All right. So once again, those are just some of the things, and I know we went down a whole list of things, and we kind of made it personal, but those are some of the things that I would challenge, especially single mothers who raising, kids by themselves, is that you can be, a strong, independent woman. Nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand that you need to turn that masculinity down when you're speaking with a man or talking to a man or even want to be with a man, because men don't want to be around a woman whose masculinity, and I say masculinity, I'm not referring to muscle bound, all that. I'm talking about just that strong. You get an energy off as a man. If I'm talking, if we're having a conversation, let's say we're having a conversation, I'm explaining something to you, whatever, and I'm making some point, but you wouldn't jump in and talk over me. That's masculine energy, because what you're supposed to do is wait till I'm done talking, then say what you had to say. But no, you wouldn't get your point across right away. You understand what I'm saying? Or to even add to that, if you're having a debate or conversation, and then you still, is that question for Seth, or is that question for me? You said, please explain. Explain on which one. Right in the comment, and I'll explain. Or if we're having I almost lost my thought there for a second. If we're having a debate about something, whatever case may be, you want to try to talk over me, or then you get frustrated because you can't maybe articulate it or explain it differently, and then you start going to the shaming tactics. Shaming tactics. You start using stuff. Okay, what was the question? You say explain. I said a lot there, so let me know. Explain what? I'm sorry. I'll definitely explain again. Just let me know what it was, because I was on the road here.
Yeah, but that and I think we need to really, really figure out and drill down to what is this masculine energy. But once again, the problem being when it comes to when I hear masculine energy being said, I know this off topic from where we're at with respect, but the masculine energy, I just always find it funny that the masculine energy means I'm ambitious, I'm a go-getter, I want the bag, but I find that a lot of the masculine energy that a lot of women throw off when you hear them using masculine energy.
Oh yeah.
It's a real selfish display of that energy.
Yeah.
Me. I want. It's almost never masculine energy in a we situation.
Well, listen, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I got an example.
I mean, that's it. Okay, but that's all I want to say. That whenever men say, put your penis up, or you giving off masculine energy, it's normally a very, very selfish amount of energy coming off of you. You don't care about nothing but what you want, and you're willing to bite my neck off to get it, and that's unattractive.
Okay, all right. And I'll say this too, because the reason why we're having this conversation, because I fear our youth. I fear my son in this day and age trying to date these women, because I'm sitting looking at all women in all ages like, wow, that's how they moving now. Especially, and here's one thing they think it's the world to them. Oh, why I have this degree, or I make this amount of money. Let's be clear. Most men, not saying all men, not some and most men, we do not care about your degree. We do not care how much money you make. What we do care about is that, are you going to be fit, feminine, beautiful, intelligent? You know what I'm saying? Just be smart. You get in a room, you have a basic conversation. But you present to me that, I have this degree. I don't care. I make my money. I don't care, because the reason why your money don't matter to us, because y'all don't share y'all money. And that's a proven fact. Women do not share their wealth. There's a point blank period. Not at all. Because in most cases, when men go out, men are expected to pay. Most men, right? Most men are expected to pay. And honestly, when men go out, we actually like if we went on plan a date, like, hey, we get something to eat, we already know that we are the one who's going to pay for X, Y, Z, right? No problem. So we wouldn't ask you to go out if we didn't have the money. Right? Most men, not all, but some. But if you say, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to go grab a bite? I'm like, yeah. But now I might have a dilemma, like, is she going to take me out, or am I taking her out? You understand what I'm saying, Seth? Like, is she taking me out, or am I taking her out? Cause like, that's a good one there. So then you caught between a rock and a hard place. And then when you go out, and then like, oh, okay, I'm paying for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, she got me.
You sounded disappointed. Oh man,
somebody asked me, you ever had a woman take you out? Let's see. We're gonna remove the wife out the picture.
The answer is no.
Hold on, let me really think about this. No. No, I never had a woman take me out. And taking me out would be like, hey, I'm going to come pick you up, get dressed. I'm going to take you to the movies. We're going to get something to eat. It's all about you. This is all about you. No, I never had that from a woman outside the wife.
Wait, yeah, I want to stipulate in the initial pickup phase.
Okay, go ahead. Right.
In the relationship phase, yes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The wife or the girlfriend, yes.
Oh yeah.
But in the initial walk up to you at the bar, I've been approached, and I still ended up paying for dinner, paying for the movie, and I've been approached. So you started this, and I still ended up feeding you. Nah, sorry, it hasn't happened.
Right, and in most cases, most men understand that, because that's our role. So see, what I'm getting at is that from day one, men know their roles. Men know from day one, if you're in religion, if you're non-religion, it's still the same across the board. Men are providers, leaders.
And single mothers teach that to the boys and the girls, but the boys are the ones who listen.
No, well, I'm not a big drinker, but no, a woman never actually, like I said, never bought me a drink. Never. And even if I was like, oh, you want a drink? No, but you buy me a ginger ale. But no, I never had that.
Mm-hmm.
Never had that. Never had a woman buy me a drink or offer me anything.
And once again, I've had plenty of women initiate the contact. But when it comes to spending money, outside of a relationship, the answer is a hard no.
Oh, no. So, no. If a woman offered to buy me a drink or take me out, that is not masculine at all. The woman say, hey, can I take you out? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Where we going? In most cases, I'm still going to try to pay, though. It's just a man in me, but the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's what, if you want to treat me and get me, like I said, outside the wife, you have to already have a place, everything pre-planned already. Like, just get in the car. Let's go. You got like, you know my schedule. Oh, you off this weekend, right? You got any plans? Nah, I'm just chilling. I got nothing. Okay. Well, come Saturday, I'm gonna come pick you up, and then we go. So where we going? Oh, I got you. You got me. What you mean you got me? And then we're going doing hair, and it's already paid for. No, so that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
never done.
And the worst part about it, bro, and I'm saying this in response to the comments, just to level set.
Mm-hmm.
I have had women offer sex straight up. We can just go get this in, but not offer to buy me a drink.
Oh wow, wow!
So
wow.
I'm just a level set and it's fine because you know what? As the man I was raised to be, I never thought that was strange. It never once crossed my mind to think a woman should have spent money on me. But I will say this: the level set 100 over Christmas. I asked for what I wanted across the board, and oddly enough, I got everything I wanted.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, listen, I'm with you. I mean, I understand 100%. Yeah, I know it's a little lag, but we still recording. We good.
Okay. No,
but it's true. But honestly, no, I understand. But honestly, that's not masculine at all. So if a woman decides she want to take me out or treat me, that I wouldn't look at that scenario as being masculine. I'm not the type of dude to be like, a woman makes more money than me. That's intimidating. Not me. If a woman, you know what I'm saying? Those things are not intimidating to me. Now, some men may be, but me, not at all.
Yeah, I'm fine. You know what? I don't know how I would feel because I have never did it, so I ain't gonna lie and tell you I want it to happen.
Right.
But I will say this for future reference. I've learned this over the last couple of months, really. I would say years, but once again, I was very blue pilled for the majority of my life. But at this point in time, I found it to be, while not as beneficial to women, I found that if you take what they offer, you actually end up happier, and they seem to be happier too. Trying to be the knight in shining armor and that chivalrous dude and that, really, women, the stuff that I wanted from a relationship, I'm not getting it anymore. But being less than the gentleman I used to be, is actually working out better for me. So, hey man, I think something happened to Facebook. I think the stream decided to time out on it.
We good. We're still recording now, but we good. So once again, one of the main things that we really want to get established here and understand that women, we need you to keep the feminine going on. We need you to be soft. We need, provide all the gentle, lovingness, kindness, all those things still matter. This is not a shot at you as far as, taking a shot at women. It's the fact that, listen, no one's telling you this. So we're telling you this. We need y'all to bring back the feminists back to be bring it back, because the kids need it. It's worse enough that, a friend of mine has a girlfriend, guy friend, whatever, but she's in the transition of being all the way a woman, right? And I looked at it, I'm like, wow, this is getting scary out here, because I really couldn't, I had to really look. I'm like, That's crazy. Now, I'm not worried about that, but I'm worried about, once again, my son is going to be out in these streets pretty soon. Not soon, but the younger generation. Even your kids, Seth. You have teenager boys about to be young men, and they about to be in these streets. And it's worse enough they got to deal with that, but then they have to deal with the toughness and all this of these women out here. So this is like really, there's a lot of things that's combating the young man and the young men going forward in the world. So this is why we're having this conversation and dialogue that I'm sitting here and watching it. If no one's going to tell you this, I'm going to tell you this. Bring it back. Bring it back. Anything else you want to chime in on this, sir?
No, I think we beat this to death. I just want to, once again, I know we got all off track and everything, but the bringing back the feminine and getting rid of that masculine energy, yeah, listen, I don't expect it to change overnight.
Uh-huh.
It took minimum 50 plus years to get to where we're at right now. But ladies, any of you ladies who hear this, you have to agree that this is not normal and it can't continue this way. But if you're happy with it, then I guess we'll have to figure it out. But this ain't a good look.
Now, hey, did you see the last comment about weight, Seth? So are you saying you do less and receive more?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just saw that. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Man, if I told you, I'm sorry, if what I did this Christmas, I just want to say this.
Uh-huh.
What I did this Christmas was a calculated move in ruthlessness and selfishness. And I would be god dang if I didn't I got the Christmas. I felt like I was a kid this Christmas with the stuff I was getting. Hands down. Okay? It was calculated callousness and ruthlessness. And guess how much money I spent on other people? Okay?
How much?
Maybe, real talk, maybe $150. And I'm talking about females, women, ladies.
Okay.
I spent maybe $150. I guarantee you I got in excess of $400 worth of material. Okay? And I did it on purpose because being the nice guy doesn't pay.
I have no disagreement there. I really don't.
Just throwing it on the table. It was calculated. It was selfish. And gosh darn it, that I have a good Christmas.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Seth the Dutch Child, thank you for tuning in from the Chop Team. Appreciate you coming over to Twinsinc Talk and chopping it up with me. Appreciate it. I think this conversation was I think we talked about a lot in this conversation, but I think we kind of hit the nail on the head. What are your thoughts, sir?
Hey, you know what? We were broad ranging, but I personally feel like there were some nuggets in there that needed to be heard.
Right.
So I'm good.
All right, people. So once again, like, share, comment, dislike, whatever. Engage with us. Let us know how you feel. I do show that somebody said they want to join on the show. We'd love to have a woman on the show. We do not play a hate, discriminate, congratulate. We definitely need a woman's voice on the show. We can definitely make it happen. So we will be reaching out to you directly so we can set this up to get you on the show because we definitely need it. Because once again, especially on the Chop Team overall is a barbershop style podcast. And when we talk about things, if you ever been in a barbershop, conversation go left, go right, but we talk about everything. And the main thing we focus on here is really speaking to the black community. So we chop things up, but we still speak to our people because that's who we is, right? That's who we are. And we care about us and we want to speak to us. So that's what it comes down to it. So once again, tune in, like, share, comment, go to Twinsinc on Twitter, the Chop Team on Twitter, subscribe here, like, dislike, whatever. Either way, we out.
Peace.
That will be a wrap on the show today. Thank you for tuning in to the show. I really appreciate that. Please reach out to me on IG at Twinsinc, Twitter, Twinsinc as well. If you have questions, you want to be a part of the show, you can send me an email at info@twinsinc.net. You can even go to twinsinc.net as well. But once again, I really appreciate the time that I was on the show today and the guests. So please come back again. I'm out.